day Jesus found me again there was a time in my life when everything felt broken. I smiled in front of people, but deep inside, I was carrying pain no one could see. Every day felt heavier than the last. My heart was tired, my mind was restless, and my soul felt distant from peace. I searched for happiness in people, in success, in temporary things, but nothing truly filled the emptiness inside me. I felt lost in darkness, as though no one understood my silent battles. There were nights when tears became my closest companion, and I questioned whether life would ever get better. But in my deepest pain, when I thought I was completely alone, Jesus was still there. He never left me, even when I walked away. Even when I doubted, even when I stopped praying, even when I felt unworthy of love, His presence remained. Jesus saw every tear I cried in silence. He heard every prayer I whispered through pain. And in the moment when I was weakest, He gently reminded me that I was never abandoned. Sometimes God allows us to walk through storms not to destroy us, but to show us that He is our shelter. My struggles did not mean God had forgotten me. They were preparing me to experience His grace in ways I never imagined. One day, in the middle of my brokenness, I surrendered. I stopped trying to carry everything alone. I fell to my knees and cried out to Jesus, not with perfect words, but with an honest heart. And that was enough, because Jesus does not require perfection. He desires surrender. In that moment, I felt peace I cannot fully explain. My circumstances did not instantly change, but my heart did. The weight I had been carrying began to lift. The fear that once controlled me started losing its power. Jesus was healing me from the inside out. I began to realize that sometimes God breaks us free from things we thought we needed in order to give us what our soul truly needs. The heartbreak, the disappointments, the failures, they were not the end of my story. They were chapters leading me closer to Christ. Every painful experience became proof that God can turn suffering into strength. Jesus transformed my wounds into wisdom. He replaced my fear with faith, my sorrow with hope, and my emptiness with His unconditional love. The world often tells us to be strong on our own, but true strength is found in surrendering to God. Jesus never promised a life without pain, but He promised we would never face it alone. Through every valley, every heartbreak, and every unanswered question, His hand remains steady. Sometimes we don't understand His timing because we only see our pain, while God sees our purpose. What feels like delay may actually be divine protection. What feels like loss may be God making room for greater blessings. I learned that healing is not always instant. Sometimes it is a journey of trusting God daily. There were days I still struggled, days when fear tried to return, days when doubt whispered lies. But each time, Jesus reminded me of His truth. He reminded me that I am chosen, loved, forgiven, and never alone. Slowly, my faith became stronger than my fear. My pain no longer defined me because God's promises became louder than my past. If you are in a season of darkness right now, please remember this. Your story is not over. Jesus specializes in restoration. He can heal the heart that feels shattered. He can restore the life that feels ruined. He can bring peace to the mind that feels overwhelmed. Nothing is too broken for God. No mistake is too great for His mercy. No pain is too deep for His healing power. Sometimes Jesus calms the storm, and sometimes He calms His child while the storm continues. Either way, His love remains constant. Your struggles may feel overwhelming today, but God is working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. Every tear matters to Him. Every prayer is heard. Every broken piece of your life can be restored by His hands. Today, I stand not as someone who never suffered, but as someone Jesus rescued. My pain became my testimony. My brokenness became the place where God's glory shined brightest. And if Jesus can restore me, He can restore you too, so hold on. Keep praying. Keep trusting. Even when life feels uncertain, Jesus is certain. Even when people fail you, Jesus remains faithful. Even when you feel weak, His strength is enough, because sometimes the very moment you feel most lost is the moment Jesus is leading you home. And that is the beauty of faith. Even in our darkest moments, His light never stops shining.